She works as a sociologist and her areas of interest cover family and health matters. So it's no surprise that Associate Professor Paulin Straughan hopes to raise related issues in Parliament.
I'm a family sociologist and I do health as well. So these, of course, are my two pet areas. Anything to do with family, from birth to marriage. Are you married? No. Okay, let's talk about that later.
Me in the spot.
Marriage, the life cost issues, aging, so anything to do with the family life cost, I'd be very interested, right? Too. So when a bill is tabled, I don't look at the legalities because that's not my strength, right? The lawyers can take care of that. Instead, I would focus on who are the people that will be affected by this bill. And of course, coming from a sociological perspective, we are always trained to look at where the omissions are, right? Because the main group is taken care of. Now, who has been left out? And what are the implications? Okay. So anything to do with the family, I'm extremely keen on. Okay. Anything to do with health issues.
But aside from health and family issues, Prof. Straughan is looking at ways to improve engagement with youths and to create more opportunities for them to engage in public discourse.
They are the ones we have to look out for because they're going to be the next generation we have to depend on. People like in your age group and younger, right? Yeah. Also, working in a university setting, the youths are always very close to my heart because I see them every day. I call them kids, right? I mean, our youths they're actually they're a very special and a very endearing group. If you think about it, Singapore is a very safe place, extremely so, right? Now, if you compare, let's say, Singapore with London. Now, what are the headlines that have been, capturing our attention in recent months? The violence, right? Street gangs, the concerns, the youths who are venging their dissatisfaction in public spheres and so forth. So clearly, one of the reasons why Singapore is so stable and such a secure and safe environment, right, has to do with the fact that we have really good youths. The youths behave, they contribute significantly to the social order and stability that we know of. And we can't take that for granted. Right? So, moving forward, we need to be conscientiously aware of how we can engage them because this group of youths will be very different from my generation when we were that age. So, I'm always putting myself in their shoes. Like, okay, if somebody that age wants to be heard, what are the avenues that they have? There are avenues, but right now, fairly limited. It's almost, most of those, mainstream channels are sponsored channels, right? So, for example, if minister holds a forum, then the school picks, the top students, to represent the school and so forth. So, in that sense, certain kids get a lot of opportunities, others don't. We need to create more opportunities so that more youths have that experience of participating in public discourse. See, engaging in this critical discourse is not an innate ability. You need to learn how to communicate at that level, right? So when you first start, there will be a lot of noise and it's just bantering and probably not much comes out of it. But that's all right because the more you get engaged, the more you learn how to articulate your ideas in a manner that will be acceptable by mainstream.
Next, Prof. Straughan tells us her thoughts on the NMP scheme and what she may raise in Parliament.